Hey, Ryu, what's the difference between Bushi and Samurai? They seem kinda similar, but are they actually different?
Haha, good question, Sora. Yeah, they both fought in battles. But their origins and roles were pretty different. Let's start with Bushi.
So, who were the Bushi?
Well, the word Bushi combines Bu, which means warrior or military, and Shi, which means man or person. So, Bushi refers to people who carried weapons and fought to protect their land and territory.
I see. But why did the Bushi come into existence in the first place?
That's a great question. It all started in 743 with a law called the Perpetual Private Ownership Act. It allowed people to permanently own any land they cultivated, which encouraged farmers and wealthy families to expand their territory. Eventually, these folks started building up their land and needed to protect it.
So, they started arming themselves to protect their land?
Exactly. But as they gained land, conflicts over territory, boundaries became common. To protect their holdings, these local lords equipped themselves with bows, swords, armor, you name it, and just like that, they were ready to defend their land.
Ah, so when they won these battles, they got even more land, right?
Yep, exactly. As they gained more territory, they banded together with family or allies and formed groups known as Bushi clans.
So, the Bushi started organizing into groups. What did these Bushi clans do?
At first, they mainly protected estates and lands. But as these clans grew in power, they began influencing regional politics and settling disputes. By the Heian period, clans like the Taira and Minamoto even started to gain influence in the imperial court.
Wait, weren't the Taira and Minamoto originally from noble families?
Spot on. They started as noble families in the imperial court. But when they started leading Bushi clans, they expanded their power. Taira no Kiyomori, for instance, became the first Bushi to reach the high position of Daijō Daijin, chief minister, establishing Japan's first military government.
So he created a government ruled by Bushi, right? And then Minamoto no Yoritomo founded the Kamakura shogunate too.
Exactly. From the Taira and Minamoto periods onward, Japan was led by the Bushi class.
Okay, now tell me about the samurai. How are they different from Bushi?
Sure thing. The term samurai actually comes from a word that means to serve. Originally, it was pronounced saburo or samurao, meaning someone who serves a high-ranking person.
So they weren't warriors at first?
No. In the early days, samurai mainly served noble families, handling personal tasks and acting like bodyguards. They protected estates and occasionally handled thieves. But fighting wasn't their main duty back then.
But at some point, they did start fighting, right?
Right on. By the Kamakura period, samurai had become elite Bushi, who served the shogun. They were even given a special status called Gokenin, meaning they were the shogun's personal vassals, protecting him and fighting on his behalf.
So, samurai became more than just servants. They were powerful vassals with combat skills. What about during the Muromachi and Sengoku periods?
In the Muromachi period, the idea of samurai as professional warriors became strong. Battle techniques and weapons training were critical. And in the Sengoku period, there was this Gekkokujo, rise of the low against the high, trend, where even lower-ranked people could rise up and be recognized as samurai if they proved themselves in battle.
So, anyone with skills could become a samurai. That really fits the Sengoku era vibe.
Exactly. Battlefield ability became the ultimate qualification for being a samurai, and the image of samurai warrior was cemented.
Then, what about the Edo period?
In the Edo period, Japan established a social class system called Shino Kosho, which divided people into four main groups: warriors, farmers, artisans, and merchants. In this system, the Bushi and Samurai became part of the class known as Shi. With fewer wars, most Bushi started serving feudal lords or the shogun. And any real difference between Bushi and Samurai faded.
So that's why we use Bushi and Samurai interchangeably nowadays.
Exactly. In the Edo period, Bushi and Samurai became essentially one class, known for their combat skills and loyalty to their lords. Among the samurai, there were even hatamoto, who were high-ranking samurai directly under the shogun. A kind of elite samurai.
Elite samurai? That sounds so cool.
Haha, Sora, you'd be more like a yakitori samurai, holding a skewer instead of a sword.
Hey, okay, yeah, maybe I'd rather hold a skewer than a sword anyway. Everyone, enjoy learning about the differences between Bushi and Samurai, and dive deeper into history.
Yep, see you in the next video.
Later. And don't forget to like and subscribe.